Hi, it's Crystal Riley again. I wanted to talk to you today about stress. Who knows about stress, right? So, I do feel like everybody has their own form of stress and their own ways of handling it in any job, in any life, in any situation. And good old Murphy's Law, he's going to find us no matter what. And I feel like he's my best friend sometimes. So, today I just really want to talk to you about that and hobbies. What do you do to find that balance? How do you turn work off? So, as nurses or medical professionals, sometimes you take that home with you because you're caring for these people and you're providing health care. And it's really hard when you get wrapped up in being a nurse. You can't just turn off those emotional connections. That's one thing that I really struggle with, especially when I am helping nurses find jobs and I can't find what I know they need. Then I just really, I take on that load too, and I really want to do what I can for my nurses to help them out, to add value to their life, and make sure it's something that's going to be a good connection for them, that successful match. There's a lot of things that are out of our control, how a facility works, if they interview, when they interview, how they interview, if they select you, why they don't select you. If it's the interview, there's so many things we can't control, just like you can provide the best health care, but you always can't control how the human body's going to respond to each treatment, or how the family's going to, respond to the treatment, or the patient, or, other nurses that are not doing their part. I get it. It's real hard. You work your 12 hours. Sometimes the next person doesn't come on shift to give report, and it turns into 13 hours, and then you get home and the neighbors are loud. So yeah, stress happens in all shapes and forms. So for me, what do I do to reinforce that positivity, to find that balance? I do live in Omaha, Nebraska with no family here. I have lots of friends that I've made since I've been here. I've been here for 2 years. I've actually moved a couple times in the last 6 years, so starting over and finding those connections in the community is something that, I have a little experience at. And I want to say that I really like my life here, and it's hard to start over. And you guys are doing it every 13 weeks or less sometimes, or a little more. How do you find that balance when you're on the road and you don't have those connections? So I like to paint, so that's something I do in my free time. And I actually started working at Pino's Palette here in Omaha, and it's one of those wine sip and paint places where you can go in. I like to paint, but not always alone, so that way I can paint with other people, and I get to paint for, it's perk of the job. I'm gonna start teaching some classes this next month, so it's something that I've kind of fought, but I'm hoping that it'll be just as much fun as well. I'm sure it will be, getting to share creativity and that positivity and being upbeat and just reinforcing something. So it's kind of my happy place. I don't know why. It's just one of those releases for me. Some people's it's cooking. I do like to cook. I don't cook just for myself. And I also love children. I really do. I'd probably have 12 if I could, but I don't have any right now. And Big Brothers Big Sisters came and spoke at a function I was at, and I signed up to do that. So I have a 10-year-old little sister that I work with, so I get to share painting with her, and I get to explore my town. And I know on short assignments and such you probably couldn't do anything like that, but I'm just sharing, some of the things that I do for balance. And with social media the way it is, I kind of stay connected to that. Probably too much, but I like to see what you guys are doing, and I like to try to help any way I can and be connected with my friends and family that's back home, as well as the other areas that I've lived. So if I can suggest anything to you, that's my cat talking. His name's Tater. He's my roommate here. Hi. So the only thing I can tell you is to try to find that balance. Don't let things worry over you. You know, circle of control is very important. It's a hard lesson I've really been trying to focus on over the last year. I do worry about people and about things that are out of my control, and sometimes that takes my happiness, and I don't want that to continue. So always finding ways to put that positivity back in there, and respond in a positive way even when the situations are not so positive. It's hard, but you can do it. I believe that you can. You guys have to put on a tough face and provide care even when someone is not nice to you. So I totally get that. I'm appreciative of it. I hope you find some happiness today in whatever it is you're doing and wherever you are. I'd love to hear any feedback. If there's something else you want to know about me, let me know. If there's anything you would like for us to discuss, I'm open for feedback. I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.